Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is July 29th, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, so what do I see? Um, Give me a moment, because I don't think there's much to look at in the top three rows. So let's just move on. Okay, these nines force the digit 9 into this cell in block 4, and then these nines, they point right, these nines point up, and this cell sees another 9. These ones point up and this cell sees another one. Okay, this one points left and this one points down. So in block 7, the digit 1 is forced into column 3, and then these ones force the digit 1 into one of these two cells in block 4. These 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 4. Okay, these 7s point up. So in block 1, the digit 7 is forced into this cell. This 6 points up and this 6 points left. So in block 4, the digit 6 is forced into column 1, and then these 6s point up. Oh, sorry, I missed this 6 over here. So all of these 6s, they force the digit 6 into this cell in block 4. Let's see if I can do more with these 6s. I guess not for now. Um, but hopefully I can later. Um, in column 2, the digits that are missing are 3, 4, and 5. This cell sees 3 and this cell sees 4. So 4, 5, 3, 5, and 3, 4, 5. Okay, these ones points left and... Oh, how did I miss this one over here? Okay, so I could have placed the 1 into this cell in block 7 earlier, but now I spotted it, so I've made the correction. 1 goes into this cell in block 7. Hmm. Okay, so I was just looking at the missing digits of block 1. The digits that are missing from block 1 are 2, 3, 4, and 6. 2, 3, 4, and 6. This cell sees 3, 4, and 6. So these 3 digits can only go into the other 3 open cells, which means that this cell must be a 2. Because quick rundown again, this cell sees 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 2. And to avoid empty cells, 2 must go into the cell, because nothing else is able to go into the cell. So the cell must contain a 2. Alright, and then these 2's point down. Okay, and then I was just looking at the missing digits of row 1, and I found another single. So this cell right here, it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, I missed this 5. Okay, again. This cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 8. So 8 must go in the cell. Because nothing else can go into the cell. 8 is the only digit that is able to go into the cell. So this cell must contain an 8. Otherwise, this cell would end up being empty if I don't put an 8 here. So that's why it's an 8. Alright, so let's fill up the rest of row 1. 1, 6, and 7 are still missing digits. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, 1, 6, and 7 are still missing digits, so 1, 6, 7. This cell now, I mean, this cell's C6, so it's 1 or 7. This cell's 1, 6, or 7. There we go. Um, these 8s, they point right. Okay, I was just looking at the missing of... what am I saying? Let's look at the missing digits of column 6. The missing digits of column 6 are 2, 3, 4, and 5. This cell sees 2 and 3, so this cell can only contain either 4 or 5. This cell sees 3 and 5, so this cell can only contain either 2 or 4. This cell sees 4, so it's 2, 3, or 5, and I'm not gonna mark this cell, because it does not see any of 2, 3, 4, or 5. Hmm. Um, I guess I can mark 2, 3, 4 into these two cells. This cell is 2, 3, 4, or 5, but C's are 2, so it's 3, 4, or 5 only. Okay, this cell sees 1, 2, does not see 3, sees 4, does not see 5, sees 6, 7, 8, and 9, so this cell can only contain either 3 or 5. Not sure if that's helpful in any way, but I'll mark that for now. Okay, let's see. The missing digits of block 6. So 1 goes into one of these 3 cells, 2, because of these 2's, I mean just this 2 only. 2 goes into one of these 3 cells. And then 5, because of this 5, 5 goes into one of these 2 cells in block 6. And 8. I think there's only one 8 that affects block 6. So 8 goes into one of these 4 cells. And 9, of course, I've marked earlier. Because of these 9s, they go into one of these 2 cells. I mean, it goes into one of these 2 cells. Um, yeah, I don't really see any pairs or triples immediately. Not sure if it really helps, but I'll keep the markings. It's a bit weird, isn't it? This cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not see 6, see 7, 8, does not see 9. So this cell can only contain either 6 or 9. I still have yet to see what exactly I am missing. Alright, let's mark 2, 4, 5 for this cell, because this row needs 1, 2, 4, and 5 into the into the open cells, but this cell sees 1. But again, not sure how that helps. I might be missing something really critical. Okay, let's see if I'm missing some markings in general. Okay, so I think I've marked all the ones that are necessary. Sorry, that are necessary. I almost choked on my saliva. Jeez. Okay. And then we got these twos. Oh, so 2 goes here and here, which I'm not gonna mark. 2 is here though, and over here. It's really not that beautiful. Threes. I guess I can mark threes into one of these two cells in block 3. Not sure how that's gonna help, but that is a fact though. 3 goes into one of these two cells. Um, and then they go into one of these 3 cells in block 5. I don't think that's good to mark, because that'll just distract me. 3 goes into one of these two cells in block 4. You know what, let's just fill the whole of block 4. 1, 3, 4, and 5 are the missing digits. I think this is all 1, 3, 4, or 5. And then this is 1, 4, or 5 because it sees 3. Gosh, this is not looking great. This cell is 2, 3, 4, or 5 for this column. Okay, so I've only got these 3, it looks like. Alright, 4s. We got this 4, and this 4. They point down, but that means nothing. Um, we got this 4 pointing left, but still doesn't help much. Hmm. Fives go into one of these 3 cells, which is not great because of these 5s. So the 5s do point down, but I'm not sure how that helps. Again, like if this cell sees a 5, that would help so much, but um that might not be true. Okay, what digit was I on again? 5? Okay, I didn't see anything for 5. Sixes. All of these sixes here. This 6, I don't think. Um, yeah, this is not looking great. I'm sorry for taking so much time. Um, we've got these sevens. I'm not sure if they'll do anything immediately. So, okay, let's look at block 3. Ones. They can go in one of these 4 cells. I'll just mark them temporarily, and if I don't like the markings, I'll cross them away. And 3 goes here, and then what's next? 6. Yeah, not beautiful. Into one of these 4 cells. Sevens. 7 go into one of these 3 cells because of these 7s. 8s go into one of these 2 cells because of these 8s. And 9s. Um, 9 goes into one of these 4 cells down here. Which is not great. So I don't think I want the 1, 6, or 9 marks in this cell. I also don't think I want... Okay, this 6 and 9 can be kept here. 8 can be kept in this cell, but not 6 or 9. Because it distracts me. I don't think 9 should go in this cell. I mean, it should be marked in this cell. The 3 can be kept. Oh wait, this was never a 1 to go with. Sorry, one could only go into one of these 3 cells. Why did I mark a 1 here? Okay, well, it still sucks though. Okay, so 3 or 7 only. You know what, that's just gonna ruin my thinking. I'm gonna get rid of the 7. I'm gonna get rid of the 1 as well, sorry. Hmm. I'm trying to think, what if, like, um, well, what was I trying to say? I forgot. You know what, forget about it. Alright, let's continue looking. These 8s, we only got, not many 8s, honestly. Um, this Sudoku puzzle is really, um, yeah, my brain is not really activated at this point. Column 5 is it's completely empty, which is not good, you know? If this cell were a 6 or 7, then I can place the 1 and 9 like this. Oh wait, I think I just... Hold on. Okay, let's say this was, um, any other digits. That is not 1 or 9. Let's say this is a 5, for example. Then this cell has to be a 9, and this cell has to be a 1. Right, because this 1 affects, and also this 9. So 9 here and 1 here, if this were another digit. This one makes this a 7, which then makes this a 6 for this row. And if this is a 6, this cell must be a 9, because again, it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. So only 6 and 9 can go in this cell. Only 6 or 9 can go into this cell. And if this is a 6, then this must be a 9, which clashes with this 9. So actually, I cannot put another digit into the cell. Let's see how does this actually work? Hold up. So, okay, okay, in other words, In other words, if this ends up a 9, then this cell has to be a 6, which eliminates 6 from this cell and making this a 6. So if this is a 9, then it makes this cell a 6, which in return makes this cell a 1. Then 9 goes here. It joins the 8 to form an 8-9 pair, making this a 3, which seem reasonable. Okay, but I don't think anything else can go into this cell, apart from 109. If a 6 went in this cell, then 6 goes here, this is 9, it clashes. So I think I've proven that this cell can only contain either 1 or 9, but nothing else. If, okay, I just talked about how it was gonna go if 9 went into this cell. What if 1 went in this cell? Okay, what if 1 went in this cell first? If 1 goes here, then actually I can place the 1 into this cell in block 3, which makes this a 3, this an 8, and then 7, 6, which makes this a 9, and then this a 9. That works. That does work. What if 1 goes here? Oh wait, I think I've just talked about that. Okay, so if 1 goes here, then that's the outcome that I just talked about. So if 9 goes into the cell, if 9 goes here, then 1 must go here, and makes this 7, 6, makes this a 9. I don't see any problem with that. So 9 could go here. I mean, yeah, 1 or 9. Must be 1 or 9. Can I think of a way to prove that it can't be one of those digits? If this is the 9, then this is a 1, 7, 6, which makes this a 9. And makes this an 8. No. Yeah. So if... No, what am I doing? Oh, wait. So I think 1 is possible to go in this cell. What if 1 goes into the cell? Then it makes this a 9, which then makes this a 6. 1, 9, 6. Makes this a 1, 7 pair, so this ends up being a 6. 1, 9, 6. So 9 goes into one of these. No. Yeah, 1. So this ends up being a 3, 8, 9 pair, 1, 7 pair. This is actually so confusing. Okay, so either 1 or 9 must go into this cell. If this were a 1, then 9 goes here. If this were a 9, then 1 goes here. This is actually so confusing. If 1 goes here... Okay, so if 1 went here, then this would become a 9, which makes this a 6, and eliminate 6 from here, so this cell would be a 6 if this cell ends up being a 1. This cell being a 1 makes this a 9, 6, eliminate 6 from here, makes this a 6. So either this is a 1, or this is a 1. 1 goes into one of these two cells, but if this cell is not a 1, meaning that this cell is a 1, then this cell ends up being a 6, so it can never be 7. It can never be 7. You know, what if 7 went into the cell? 1, 9, 1, 6. It does clash. So 7 cannot go into the cell. So 7 is actually, after I've proven that 7 does not go into the cell, because once again, if 7 goes here, then this would become a 1, this would become a 6, and this would become a 9. But this 7 also makes this a 1 and 9, and the 9s clash. So this can never be 7. So I've proven that 7 goes into one of these two cells in block 2, which does force 7 into one of these two cells only. Um, okay, I'm really don't know what to do next. I mean, I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on up here. I mean, the bottom 3 rows are quite empty, so I don't know what to do with that. If 9 went here, if 9 went here, then it would make this a 6, which makes this a 6, this a 1. Oh wait, hold up. Oh, so one of these must be 109. So eventually, one of these two cells would end up not a 109. So one of them is guaranteed not 109. Have I ever thought of that? Okay, so if 9 goes here, that it immediately makes this a 1, which makes this 6, and then this, because of this 9 is a 6, 9 then goes up here, makes this a 3, 9 goes down here for this column, which seemed no problem. Huh. If this is a 1, it makes this a 9. 1, 7, 6, which makes this a 9, which actually makes this a 6. But I'm not sure if I should be focusing so far away. 6, 9. 9, 9, 1, 7, 6. Then 1 has to go here. 3, 8. Hmm. I don't know what to do. I guess I can mark 5s into one of these two cells in block 2, because this cell cannot contain that. Hmm. Hmm. So the question is, can 6 go into this cell? If 6 goes here, then it makes this a 9, which makes this a 9, this a 1, 7, 6, 1. Oh. Okay, so let's see if 6 can ever go into row 2 in block 3. If 6 can... I don't know. Can 6 ever go into row 2 in block 3? If 6 were to go into one of these 2 cells, then it guarantees these 3 cells to only contain 3, 6, or 8. Actually, it makes this a 3 and this a 6, 8 pair, but it makes this a 9, which makes this a 9, this a 1. And, of course, it doesn't work. So, if 6 goes into one of these 2 cells, that would eliminate 6 from this cell and makes this a 6. But it also makes this a 9, and hence, this 1 and 9 clash. So 6 cannot go into one of these 2 cells. And 6 can only go into one of these 2 cells in block 3. Like, seriously, I don't know how to deal with this. I've never actually experienced something so frustrating. Three's here, eight's here, six is here. Seven's into one of these 3 cells. And nine's all down here. Really? Okay, so I've noticed that in column 7, 9 can 9 can only go into one of these 2 cells. Because all other open cells see 9, and 9 is still a missing digit of column 7. So one of these 2 cells must contain 9. If 9 goes here, then it makes this a 6, a 3, and 8. And it makes this a 9. Hold on. If 9 goes here, this ends up being a 9. Oh, I think there's a problem with that. If this becomes a 9, this ends up being a 9 and this is a 1. But it also makes this a 6. But if 1 is here, then this becomes... Oh, so that's a problem. So look, if this is a 9, then 9 here is eliminated. It would make this a 9, and hence makes this a 1. But this 9 also makes this a 6. And now this clashes, because these can't... 6 is still missing from row 1, but these two cells see 6. So actually, 9 cannot go into this cell. So I've eliminated 9 from this cell. And now, in column 7, I can finally place the digits. Okay, so 9 can't go here, this cell sees 9, this cell sees 9, this cell sees 9, this cell sees 9. So in column 7, the digit 9, it has to go into this cell, because this cell doesn't work. It doesn't work out for 9. So 9 actually has to go here. That's interesting. Okay. So... Now what do I do? It points up. See, okay, now this cell now sees 1, 2, does not see 3, sees 4, 5, 6. I guess it doesn't see 7 as well, it sees 8 and 9. So this cell's either 3 or 7. Nine goes into one of these 3 cells. Hmm. I'm genuinely confused, because I don't know what to do now. Okay, now, in... Wait, can this be a 9? I think this actually can be a 9. 8, 9? Oh gosh, my brain is so messed up right now. Oh wait, this cell oh, right, this cell cannot contain 7. Because I've proven that in block 2, the digit 7 must go into row 3. So there we go. The cell sees 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, 8 and 9. So there we go. This cell has to be a 3. I almost missed this. I mean, I did, but now I spotted it. Okay, so... Okay, I place this 3, which makes this a 5. Because it now sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I can place this 5. Okay, finally making some progress. Column 7 is still missing 1, 7, 8, but this cell sees a 1. So it's 7 or 8. And now there's a 1-8 pair, surprisingly. How did that even happen? Oh, actually, I can first place the digit 5 into this cell in block 6. And then because of these 2s and 9s, yeah, obviously, 1-8 pair and 2-9 pair here, but this cell also sees 9. So I can place 2 and 9 like this. Right. And now, in row 4, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. Okay, so it's here with these 8s, they force the digit 8 into this cell in block 5. This 5 eliminates 5s from these two cells and makes this a 3, makes this a 2. Eliminates 2 from this cell, making this a 4 because it now sees every other digits. Column 6 is missing 3, 4, and 5, and indeed the cell sees 3 and 5, so this must be a 4. Okay, this cell now sees 3 and 4, so this ends up being a 6. This 6 points right and makes this cell a 9. Okay, so 9 in this cell is eliminated, it makes this a 9 and this a 1, 7, 6. So according to all the logic I've found, the Sudoku puzzle should not break. It should not break. Okay, this cell now sees 1. So 1, 8, 8, 1. This is an 8 to complete this column. These two cells for column 9 are for 2 and 6, but this cell sees a 6. So I can place 6 and 2 like this. Column 8 is missing the digits 3, 4, and 7. This cell sees a 7. Row 6 is missing 3, 4, and 5. But these two cells see another 3. So 3 must go here for this row. This is 4, 5. Okay, in column 6, 3 and 5 are the missing digits, but this cell sees a 3. So I can place the 5 and 3, which eliminates 3 from this. Oh wait, actually, this could not be 3. Okay, never mind. This cell is a 6 because of these 6s. And then these two cells are for 2 and 7 to complete this row, but not yet resolved. Okay, all of these 6s, they force the digit 6 into this cell in block 8. All 6s are placed. This cell, I mean for this row, 2, 3, and 4, but this cell sees 3. Sorry. Um, this cell cannot contain 3. Okay, these 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 8. 8s are all placed. I mean, all 8s are placed. And what am I missing now? 2, 4, 5, 7 into these cells. Oh, it's this 2. Eliminates 2 from this cell. So these 2s force the digit 2 into this cell in block 7, which makes this a 4, 3. Okay, so I think the Sudoku puzzle is coming to an end. I'm just following the markings around this cell now sees 4, so I can complete block 9. Cell 7. Okay, finally the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Oh my goodness, I've finally finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in just under 45 minutes. I spent almost 45 minutes in this New York Times Hot Sudoku. Okay, so I'm not going through the key spots again because I just don't know how to explain all the phenomenon going on up here. So I think it was, yeah, I think how I got it done. So, well, first, I found out about these 3 cells. This cell must contain either 1 or 9, because it could not be anything else that would break the puzzle. So this cell must be 1 or 9. And then I spent a long time figuring out what was going on in block 3, and I looked at column 7 eventually, and found out that if 9 went here, it would break the puzzle. So then I had to go down here for this column, And then it made this cell a 3 because it also saw 7. And from that, I think the puzzle could finally uh, progress. So, yeah, I would say this Sudoku puzzle is very tricky. I might, I actually might go on other channels and see how other YouTubers solve the Sudoku puzzle, but all of this phenomena that I found um was the way how I solved the Sudoku puzzle. So my brain is still very messed up. I don't think I can go through the key spots again, but hopefully you didn't struggle as much as I did, but even if you did, then hopefully this video helped. Um Again, I'm so sorry for keeping you here for so long. It's been, I don't know, 47 minutes, so I'm just gonna end this video here. I'm really sorry for, you know, keeping you here for such a long time, but this is ending now. Hopefully you didn't struggle as much as I did. Right, hopefully I'll do better tomorrow. Today's July 29th, 2024. See you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku. I must admit, the Sudoku puzzle, today's, is very tricky for me. Alright, well, see you tomorrow. Bye!